This game looks fun. Oh, so the actual game is nothing like the ad? Well, fuck that. I'll make it myself. So first, I want to set up the game world. But to do that, I'll be needing 3D models. But there's a small problem. Let's put it like this. I'm not really known for my 3D modeling skills. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not really known for anything at all. But what I mean is... So I got this player armor set off of the asset store for free. Yoink. And since it is modular, it will help me in designing different characters that you can change to. Just like the ad. I also needed barrels. But before we go any further, there's something very important that I want you to answer. Are you a barrel kind of person? Or are you a sack kind of person? Now be very careful with what you say, because if you just said sack kind of person, you and I have a problem. All my homies join the barrel gang today. Anyways, like I said, I need barrels and I need them to be breakable because every good game has breakable barrels. Not that my game is going to be good, but I couldn't find any breakable barrels for free. So I decided to make one myself with what little 3D modeling skills I have. And the final product didn't look that bad. I was actually kind of proud of it until, well, you'll see. So I set up the different characters using the modular armor set, and I also set up the rest of the world, like the ground, the skybox, and the water. But the water wasn't quite watering. So I got this shader from the asset store and it looks much better. I also added some trees in the background and that finalized the game world. Okay, time to start with the game mechanic. First, I need to code the player movement, and by code, I mean steal, because I stole it from another project I did a while ago. So now, the player actually moves, but if you pay close attention, you may realize that people don't actually move like that. So I added some animations to the characters as well. Next, I stole some more assets off the asset store and added them to the game. I also spawned an army of barrels and made it move towards the player. But if you look closely again, you will realize that barrels don't move like that either, so I animated them as well. Also, that isn't supposed to happen. So I also added ragdolls because ragdolls make me hard. Then I added health points in front of the barrels, but the health points started spinning along with the barrel. And we don't really want this because then the health points would get dizzy and no one likes dizzy health points in their barrels. So I fixed it and now they stay in front of the barrel. I also added random weapons on top of the barrels. These will represent the weapon you obtain after destroying the barrel, just like the ad. Alright, let's do a quick test to make sure everything works properly. I fixed the problem, so now let's work on the weapons because right now the character just holds the weapon. Actually, sometimes it doesn't even hold the weapon, it just acts like it's there, which is weird. What a dumb game. So I made each of the weapons shoot a unique particle. They also have unique fire rates and spread patterns. Now you can shoot the barrels and obtain a different weapon when their health drops to 0. But the game looks boring, and we all know what they say about boring. Boring is used to achieve greater accuracy of the diameter of a hole. So what I'm trying to say is, tonight I'll be boring these nuts. Now what I'm actually trying to say is, boring doesn't belong in a game. So to fix this, the first thing I did was to break the barrel when its health drops to 0. But there's a slight problem. So remember when I said I'm not known for my 3D modeling skills and still decided to make the barrels myself? Well, yeah, I forgot one thing while making them. I didn't hollow out the barrels. So the barrels are basically solid blocks of wood. But hey, you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you squeeze the lemons in your eyes so that you can't see your failures. Well, let's just say I took that advice and decided to roll with it. To increase the intensity further, I added an explosion and a camera shake. And that explosion is massive, kinda like your mom. I also added different characters on top of the barrel. So now you can change your character as well. To finalize the game, I added some sounds and some other small details. So that's the final result, and I think it looks pretty similar to the ad. What do you think? Should I have done something different? Psych! It doesn't matter. The game is already done, so it doesn't matter what you think now, nerd. Anyway, hit the subscribe button to join Barrel Gang now.